you're a lousy someone else, but you're the best you there is.
The Drunken Show. The Drunken Show. You better get ready for the Drunken Show. The Drunken Show. The Drunken Show. You better get ready for the Drunken Show.
Okay. We're here with Tedashii.
Let's go.
What's up, my man?
Let's go. What's happening, bro?
I'm so excited for
Thank
this.
you, man.
Yeah.
I appreciate you having me on. This is exciting.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful day, so it's a good vibe.
Totally.
Yeah,
right?
man.
We're here in the studio.
Yeah.
Got the sunlight pouring in. And we got to know each other not too long ago.
Yes.
I feel like you're a brother from another mother already.
Right.
Yeah.
No, seriously, bro. Same.
Oh, man.
And then like the places where life is, it's just weird. It's a good moment.
Totally.
Yeah.
Maybe we can kick it off with just tell me a bit about you.
Yeah.
Right. And how you got to where you're at now.
Yeah, bro. So Tedashii, artist, actor, writer, nonprofit. Like I started off, I'm from Texas, grew up in the Houston area, eventually graduated high school and went off to college. I was a nerd in high school, but I was an athlete as well. So you grow up in Texas, it's almost a rule that you have to play football.
Yeah.
Not just a rite of passage, it's almost like a law. In Texas, football is the first religion.
Right.
It's football, then God,
Right.
then country. But football was my first love.
What position?
I played in high school. I played tackle on offense, and I played linebacker on defense.
Oh, okay.
And so my freshman year, I made the varsity team.
Wow.
Played all 4 years in high school, ended up graduating, getting accepted to Baylor University. Went there, played football until I was injured.
That's a big deal.
Yeah, no, I'm excited, man.
Play a sport in college. That's like a job right there.
No, it is.
Yeah.
It was a job.
Yeah.
Trust me. It was
Wow.
like, okay, wake up, go to the gym, go to class, get out of class, go to study hall,
Right.
go lift.
I
Get
didn't
done
realize
with
that.
lifting, go back to study hall,
Yeah.
go work out at night, and then go in, and then go to bed. Yeah, bro.
Damn. Okay.
So the weekends were always the fun times because you finally were free, at least on Sundays. So, you had your freedom. But the world of sports was soon no longer my world. I got injured in college, found out I had scoliosis.
Oh, wow.
My spine's curved in 2 places. And so running was already difficult. But I think in addition to that, there was this reality for me where it was like, I feel pain whenever I'm standing and doing anything for a long period of time. I feel this pain in my back. And so eventually that's when I learned through getting injured, lifting weights, that, I have scoliosis. So football went away, sports went away. And what was next was music. I never saw myself doing music. I just did it for fun as a pastime. But if Malcolm Gladwell is right and it takes 10,000 hours to be proficient, I got my 10,000 hours sitting at Baylor in the dorm room freestyling and just having fun making music. So yeah, bro. And then after that, I moved to Dallas, and that's where I ended up getting connected with everybody that I'm on the label with now. I'm a part of a music label called Reach Records. And so we do hip hop, and I morphed from being the artist that people wanted me to being the artist that I feel like I was born to be. So I'm more of an artist. Like I'm going to create and I'll rap, but I'll do whatever the song requires. So if I need to sing, if I need to rap, if I need to do whatever, like I'm going to do whatever the song requires, even from a sonic perspective. Like that sonic perspective for me is really huge as well, where it's like at any moment I might shift and go into a country song. I might go into a rock song if it needs rock. I may go into a legitimate vibe for like, oh yeah, this is a song where I get to perform and kind of be who I am for what this song needs. And that's what I do. So if it's a vibe where I'm like, hey, we gonna play the rock vibe up for this record because that's what the song needs, the message needs, then that's what I do. But if not, then it's whatever else. But rap is always a part of it, singing, anything. So I love all kind of music. So music has been my full life now for the last 20 years.
Yeah. You're such a man of many talents. I feel like every conversation with you, there's like another layer.
Yeah.
Over this last couple days, you rocked up in here and you started playing me some songs you're singing. I'm like, whoa, that's like soulful. You played me a country tune.
I did, bro.
Like, what
I did,
are you talking about? That's crazy.
No, it's definitely a desire to be as authentic to the messaging or what the song needs as I can be. So I feel like I'm layered for a reason. So I've been exploring that.
Yeah. Tell me about, grew up in Texas. You're half black, half Samoan, right? Did that play into your sort of multicultural, multi-talented, sort of faceted nature, you think?
Yeah, bro, that's a great question. We haven't talked about this. So when you grow up in an environment that is part of who you are, you embrace what's there. But there's also this part of you that doesn't really feel like you can be fully invested. And I felt that way. And so because there was a part of me that didn't feel like I could be fully invested with where I was growing up, I was raised by my mom. My mom is black. My dad's Polynesian. He's Samoan. Growing up in a black family, in a black household, black community, black church, all this stuff, I embraced all of that. And it's a part of who I am. And it did influence and inform who I am.
Yeah.
But there was always a part of me that knew this wasn't the whole of who I was. So I think subconsciously I was always open to something else because I knew there was more to me.
Yeah.
And it's not to say that, someone who isn't biracial or isn't of mixed
can't be
heritage
that. It's not
can't
like
be
that.
that.
Yeah.
But that was my motivator or even my inspiration behind why I would buy in as fully as I could while also being aware that there were other things I could buy.
Something more, right?
There's something more.
Yeah.
Because I'm something more.
Yeah.
And so eventually I would go out and I would just engage other people groups. My first experience with music was my mom. My mom, when I was growing up, my mom would sing in blues clubs. She'd sing in like Hole in the Walls.
Yeah.
Go out in East Texas and party.
Oh, she must be good.
And sing. She could sing.
That's where you get your voice from.
Yeah, she could sing.
Yeah.
So she would go off and sing and she would do her thing. And that was my first, the blues was my first introduction to music.
I love it.
Then eventually soul became a part of it. And then pop soul. And then pop, if you consider Michael Jackson pop. But like,
King of pop, man.
King of pop.
He's definitely pop.
Then that kind of came into it. And then from that, it was like, what else is there? Then I got introduced, growing up in Texas, I got introduced to country. And then I got introduced to rock because I was, again, I played football, but I was also a nerd and I was also in the band. And so all the band geeks, I played with all the band geeks, listen to rock and roll. All of the academic nerds, the classroom nerds, they all listen to like boy bands and, pop music of the day. And then all my football friends just listen to hip hop.
Yeah.
So I had these different worlds I was a part of.
And the choir at church?
And
you're saying some choir, right? Somewhere?
Some choir. When I got in high school, I started going to church.
Okay, that's right.
And so I would do choir music on Sunday. My mom would play all kind of music during the week.
Yeah.
But on Sunday it had to be gospel.
Right.
It had to be
all day.
All day gospel.
Home, church,
all day.
Okay.
And so like literally, and most homes may have done this, but where I grew up, Saturday after Saturday morning cartoons, Soul Train would come on. We'd watch Soul Train.
Okay.
Once Soul Train went off, it was time to clean.
Okay.
And for the next 3-4 hours, you're cleaning.
Cleaning the house.
Deep cleaning.
So
she turned on music and we would hear all the music, Gladys Knight, Stevie Wonder,
classics.
Otis Redding, like we listen to everything. But Sunday, Mahalia Jackson,
right.
Mississippi Mass Choir.
Right.
Like all I heard was gospel on Sunday.
Okay.
And then during the week, I'm with my friends and I'm listening to whatever they listen to.
Yeah.
But my mom was not a fan of hip hop. She wasn't quote unquote, like she wasn't, I don't think my mom was a Christian then, although my mom was religious.
I see.
You grow up in the South, it's a part of who you are.
Yeah. You go to church on
Sunday.
Might not have a relationship.
Exactly. Yeah. You know the Christian culture, but you may not be in a relationship with the Christian God.
Okay.
So I'm like, cool. I do that with her. And so at some point, going to high school, I would listen to music with friends, but she hated hip hop. She was like, it's vulgar and it's womanizing and it's this and this and you can't do it and you're not going to be ignorant. You're going to do this. And early on in the early days of hip hop, it was so associated with gang culture and negativity and all this.
Right.
None of them were doing their research to understand it. They just instantly vilified it. And I was like, you don't understand.
They meaning your mom?
My mom and older generation people.
I see, yeah.
And I was like, but I was like, yo, that's not what it does for me. This speaks to me.
Right.
So I tell everybody, Tupac raised me.
Wow.
LL Cool J taught me how to talk to girls. And Wu-Tang taught me how to stand up for myself. Like it was legitimately like, yo, I'm going to listen to UGK out of Houston and we going to fight. We going to party. We going to smoke. We going to do everything because this is who we supposed to be.
Right.
And then for a kid like me who didn't grow up with a firm identity in any way, any particular culture, hip hop culture became my identity in a real way.
Yeah.
And so that was probably the biggest thing influentially for me musically. But again, I had my mom, I had my relatives who were playing different things. And then I just had the worlds I came from, sports, academics, band, and all of them listened to everything.
Yeah.
My band director, I was really close to him. All he listened to was big band music, jazz. Like I learned about Coltrane because of him.
Oh, yeah.
I learned about these big bands that would play. And I learned about Cab Calloway because of him. Then I learned how much Cab Calloway in that era influenced hip hop. And so I just was like, I was all into jazz because of that.
Yeah.
The Harlem Renaissance, I was into that. So I listened to all kind of soul music and jazz from that era. I got into poetry.
Yeah.
And I became, in some regard, is like this Renaissance man.
Yeah.
I want to be a part of every culture possible, and I want to understand them.
Yeah.
Because being a part of everything felt more like me than being a part of one thing.
Yeah. But it's so funny. So that happened. You have this multi-dimensional aspect, a reality of who you are. And so you got to express a lot of those things across your journey.
Yeah, bro.
But the one thing that became at least your professional identity, what people know you for, is as a hip hop artist, right? As a rapper.
Yeah, man.
And, wrote Grammy Award winning songs, all this stuff, right? So like really, really accomplished. And you mentioned your mom, right?
Yep.
So at the beginning, it sounds like she wasn't so on board, but there was a story about, did she eventually get on board? Like, how did that all pan out? Because
listen, so all of my family, my mom, my aunt, my uncles, my cousins, all of my family, they are military, army, they are educators or both. My mom is a retired teacher after, I want to say 47 years or something like that, 42 years of teaching, but she was there a long time. Well, not only is she an educator and comes from this world of academics, she's also from a generation where to be successful, you had to get the job, stay on the job, retire from the job, get the retirement, get the 401k, and then live. And I was from a different world and generation, and it's like, we don't have to do that. But to not buy into that system looked like rebellion. And my mom was like, yo, you are ruining your life. You want to rap? I said, I do. I'm supposed to rap.
Yeah.
She was like, okay, so you're just going to do music. I was like, yeah. She was like, there's no money in music. You're not going to be able to sustain yourself. And my mom, in her defense mechanism, it wasn't guilting you, but it was still guilting you.
Yeah.
And she was just like, all right, when it doesn't work, don't come crawling to me. And I was like, I know I can crawl to you if I want. She was like, I don't want to hear it, that type of thing.
Yeah.
Fast forward, I am an artist. I have 3 albums out. I'm performing, and I'm on a tour with a bunch of different bands, and we're playing American Airlines Arena in Dallas.
Wow.
And my mom
what's the capacity?
It was capacity.
Yeah.
And so my mom is there. It's Texas, so I bring her up to the show.
Yeah.
And at this moment, I was like, you know what? My mom's only been to like a few different small events, so I purposely like rented a limousine and drove her, got her driven to the show.
Nice. Yeah.
She got out. I had my team meet her. They walked her in. They brought her inside.
Full treatment.
He's looking at her whole treatment. And then we get in the green room, and they're like, do you want sparkling water? You want this? You want that? Yeah. And she was like, do you have coffee? Oh, we do. And they brought espresso, like all this stuff.
Right.
And so they're just killing it for her, right? And then we get to the event, and I go, hey, I go on in a minute. I got to go up and get ready. So they're going to walk you to your seats. Yeah. We have seats? I said, yeah, you have seats in the front row. Okay. And they walk her out to her seat. She sits down, and I get on stage and perform. And there was a song at the time I had called I'm a Believer. And I basically did this performance where I blended it with Journey.
Wow.
And
the band.
Yeah, band.
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
I
Okay,
blended it with their song.
Okay.
And Don't Stop Believing. And
no way.
Yeah. And so I blended
classic.
the 2 songs together, and the crowd got into Don't Stop Believing.
Okay.
And then I did my song, and they kept singing.
Wow.
And she noticed they knew Journey, but they knew your song.
Wow.
That's weird.
Yeah.
And so when it was all said and done, I finished on a high note. I have this energetic song called Dum Dum. Okay. And I'm running around to West Coast. Yeah, that's right.
I
West
love
Coast vibe.
Yeah.
And so I'm running around doing Dum Dum, and we end the show. And when I got off stage, I went into the crowd, because right after me was one of my homeboys. So I was like, I'm going to watch him. Yeah. I go in the crowd and I sit with her, and she was looking around like up in the sky, turning her head left and right. And she said, everybody knew your words. And I was like, knew the lyrics to the song? Yeah. And she was like, oh my God, my idiot son was for real. And it clicked for her. She was like, this is really what you do. And I was like, yes, I do music for a living.
Yeah.
And
My boy made it.
my boy made it.
Made it.
She was blown away. So after that moment, arriving, it was very like, you know, prim and proper, and I'm gonna be cordial, and this is interesting, but I don't want to get in the way, and blah blah blah. I get off stage, and she's like, "Excuse me, I want to know where we're supposed to go for this." I was like, "Calm down," but she finally bought into the idea of like, "This is your life.
Wow.
This isn't a hobby that you're gonna lose."
Yes.
I gotta act just like she leaned in, and then I had to come back like, "Hey, you don't have to ask for everything. Calm down.
Right.
It's okay. Like we're not here for that. We don't live here.
Yeah.
We're performing here, and we leave." And so. And she got on the tour bus. She just saw everything for what it was. And she was like, this is what you really do.
Yeah.
And that was year 19.
Okay.
Next year will be 20.
Okay.
So I started doing music 22 years ago.
Okay.
However, I released my first album in 2006.
Okay.
So
19 years ago. Okay.
Yeah. So 2026 is when I say like, okay, I've done 20 years of music.
Yeah.
Because it was my own solo album.
Right.
But I've been doing music professionally 21 years now.
Amazing.
Almost 22.
Amazing.
And full-time music professionally 16 years.
Okay.
Yeah. Like 16 years I've not had a job but music.
Wow.
And I'm so grateful, bro.
Yeah.
Like it's not only am I grateful to the fans, to the people who support us, to the people who rock with me, but I'm grateful that I can still do it.
Yeah.
Like I can.
Such a gift.
It's a gift, bro. I don't take it for granted.
Yeah.
I literally lean into it. Whenever I'm inspired, I lean into it. Whenever I'm not inspired, I don't force it. I don't fake it.
Yeah.
I want to be as genuine and honest and true to what I do as possible.
Yeah.
And I feel like that ultimately results in the best I can give to the people who want it, or the people who don't know they want it but will want it.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I try to be as honest and open as I can.
Yeah, I love it. To the extent you can.
Yeah.
We know you can't reveal everything.
Sure.
Stuff that's coming, like
Yeah.
some transitions maybe, right?
There are.
Can you talk a little bit about, what that might entail?
Yeah.
What people can expect from you?
Man, so I grew up in this environment again where I felt like I didn't fit in. And so I always felt like I had to.
Sorry, can I double click on that? In each of those communities, did you feel like you didn't fit in? Was there ever like a othering from these folks, or you always fit in that crowd, but you just knew there was more?
Both and.
Both and, okay.
But so from a familial standpoint, I graduated high school, went to college, and my sophomore year, I ended up doing the work to find my biological father. My mom was cool with it, and so I went out and hunted him down through this service and found out he was on the island in the South Pacific. And so Samoa is a 6-hour flight from Hawaii going toward Australia. It's actually closer to Australia than the States.
Okay.
So I find him through relatives that I have found here in the States. And I meet him when I turn 20. And when I meet him, it's a very surreal thing to meet someone that you never knew you'd meet. In addition to that, to meet someone having all these harbored emotions from childhood.
So deep, right?
But then in addition to that, to meet someone who's from a different culture who lives on a freaking island in the South Pacific.
Right.
Bro, that was crazy.
We ain't in Texas anymore.
Right, we ain't in Texas anymore. I was like, yo, this is crazy.
Yeah.
So even though I've never met a Samoan who isn't welcoming.
Yeah.
Like they're all we are a welcoming people. Nevertheless, the adult part of me was looking for my father. The child in me was looking for my dad.
Wow.
I didn't find my dad. I found my father. And so there's a we have a relationship, but it's not a daddy-son relationship.
Okay.
It's more of a, I'm your father and we are related. And so I ended up becoming way closer, though I'm cool with him. I'm way closer to my siblings. So through my dad, I'm the oldest of 8. 6 with him, 1 with my mom. And so
your dad, okay, got it.
Yeah, 6 with my dad, 1 with my mom. And it's interesting because you end up realizing like whatever you longed for as a child, whatever you dreamt of, whatever things you imagined and made up and hoped for, they unfortunately had to stop when you were a kid, when you became an adult. You're not a kid anymore. You're not going to get like just naturally in the world. The way we engage one another now, as we're 2 adult men engaging. we're not 6-year-olds playing with toys.
Speak for yourself, man.
Okay, my fault. My fault. If you down, I got some Transformers. I bought some Power Rangers.
Sweet,
Like we can make it happen.
Let's do this.
But like typically, we're gonna engage in adult ways versus if I'm a kid, I'm gonna hang with the other kids and play with toys and do whatever.
Right.
I went in meeting him as a kid, even though I was an adult.
I see.
And I wanted to have a kid-father engagement with a dad, and it didn't happen. And he wasn't rejecting of me.
Yeah.
It's just not where we were in life.
Yeah.
And it took me so long to understand that. And I was like, man, you're not engaging me like I want you to. And after a while, I just had to accept, like, oh, I'm not your kid. I'm your child, but I'm not your kid. Like, I'm not your boy. It's different. So I had to just accept that. But I became really close to the family I have. All that to say, Samoans, Black people, everybody's really inviting, really welcoming, really accepting. But at the same time, I always stood out. I was always different. Plus, I was the Black kid that, like, I sang in musicals and like playing football at the same time. And I was also marching in the band, and I was also worried about whether or not I was going to make it in the Spanish club. And I was doing like, I graduated high school with a 4.0 GPA.
Yeah.
I was top 10 in my class.
You're
like,
very intellectual, I got to say.
Yeah,
so well read, and
you,
like
bro.
just where you draw ideas from. It's incredible.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah.
But like, I just was different than everybody else around me. So not only was I culturally, racially different, I was just personally different than everybody else. So again, everyone was welcoming, but still it didn't feel like fully I belonged. And then I would engage all these different cultural groups, music and sports and whatever else, family. And it still feel like there's more. Like, this is not all of me. There's more to me.
Yeah.
So one of the things that has crossed my mind recently, I was sitting meditating and thinking about something. In my life, I've been on this journey to understand where I belong, where I fit, who I'm supposed to be. And I honestly started to wonder, like, from childhood, did I create a utopia in my mind that I'm still searching for that was never going to be there? Or is there a group of people somewhere in this world who can fully identify with my wrestle as a biracial child growing up in the South, who then has all the experiences of a Black kid growing up in the South, with also all the experiences of what it feels like to reunite with family, but not necessarily connect? And like, who can identify with this fully?
Yeah.
And if they can't, is that just what I have to accept? Or is there someone out there who can? And if they can, are we ever going to meet? Or will we ever connect? Will we ever have a connection that resonates with my soul?
Yeah.
Not just my personality or my intellect, but my soul. Like, will you resonate on a soul level with me?
Yeah.
And honestly, I don't think I've found it yet.
Yeah.
I think I have found very close options, and those are my closest friends to this day.
Well, you said you've only met like 2 half Samoan, half Black people
Only 2.
in your life.
In my life.
That's probably 2 out of 4 in the whole world or something like that, right? So,
but like, even the one that I did meet, so I met 2 on the island. One was an elementary kid. I'm like, I don't know you. You're a kid. The other one was a high school senior, and he was, because I went when I was 20, he was a senior, so he's 18.
Yeah.
But he was more culturally Polynesian than he was Black, because he grew up on the island.
Right.
So even when we hung out, we knew there was a similarity, but there's no connection.
Yeah.
So there's another person, her name is Tennille. She's a singer, phenomenal singer from the island. She actually lives in Cali. Love Tennille. Tennille is amazing. She actually knew who I was because of my music.
Okay.
Tennille and I connected, and she's salt of the earth. She's Black and she's Samoan.
Oh.
But again, she grew up in Samoan culture, and she identifies with me in some regard, and in some she can't. And she's not from the South.
Yeah.
And it's not that I'm trying to find a way to weed people out. I want to achieve what I want to achieve.
Yeah.
But at some point you just realize, like, oh, you're a woman.
Yeah.
You're from LA. You're Polynesian and Black. You're Samoan and Black, but you grew up Samoan and Black. And I don't know if we click, but I don't know if you get it.
Yeah.
So I don't know many people that get it.
Yeah.
And so I end up, again, even in saying that phrase, I end up sitting back going, am I setting myself up to never connect?
Right.
Because I'm looking for the unicorn?
Right.
Or is that available? So anyway, I've been processing that for a long time now.
Okay.
But what
I can make a comment on that.
Yes, please.
So, I think to find somebody who's gone through exactly what you've gone through, is half Black, half, even that's so difficult, and then grew up in the South, and then you can understand, very difficult numerically, just statistically.
Yeah.
but third culture kids, and like
Sure.
I think, and it brings me like we first met at Dave Gibbons Zealots conference.
Yes, that's right. That's right.
And his whole thing is like the misfits and all the people who don't belong because they're like us.
Yeah.
I think there's a whole community of us, right? And our experiences are different, but hey, when we get together, it's like, oh yeah, you also didn't feel like you fit into your.
Right.
So I think there are a lot of people like, not a lot, but there are some people like that out there. So,
yeah. Shout out Dave. Yeah, that's real.
shout out to Dave. Yeah. For sure.
No, there are. And so what I have learned is I am going to, honestly, that's funny you brought that up, but I've learned like I'm going to befriend the misfits. Like I'm going to befriend the people who don't fit in. Like there's a story in the Bible about David who became king, and one version of the Bible calls him the little ruddy boy in the field, and he's just out there by himself tending to the flock. He's a sheep boy, he's a shepherd boy. But
which was very dirty back then.
Very dirty.
Like not a nice
very
job.
Filthy,
Yeah.
very, very, very stinky, very lowbrow job. I mean, it's, you're the high school kid and he's the school janitor. Like they're looking down on him.
That's right.
And unfortunately, that was the way they saw him. But that's the one God used.
Yeah, that's right.
And I was just like, yo, I'm the little ruddy boy. I'm going to hang with all the rest of us. So I just started befriending anybody who felt like an outsider, anybody that felt like they were on the outskirts, anybody that felt like they were a misfit. I was like, you're my village.
Yeah.
You're my people.
Totally.
And so I started to engage that group, which honestly began to influence my music.
Yeah. So I was asking about where the music's going. Sorry.
Yeah. No, you're good.
That thread.
So to influence, it started to influence the music. At one point, it was personable. Man, I'm just going to talk about what I think needs to be said. Then eventually it became whatever would work. Oh, this will work. I want to do this now. This sound is popular. I want to do this sound. And then it felt disingenuous to do that. And I was like, nah, that's not who I am. So then eventually through this journey, I was like, yo, I want to talk to the misfits. I want to talk to the people who don't fit in. I want to talk to the people who are like me. So what do people not talk about? So I did this album called Identity Crisis. It's my second album.
Oh, okay.
Identity Crisis was my version of if I could make an album with Outkast, what would it sound like? So I made everything I could. And it's basically like, yo, I made this. Andre, you get on this song. Big Boy, you get on this song. Like, Dungeon Family, make this way. Like I did everything with them as like paying homage to them because I grew up on them. And so it was a mixture between what Outkast would do, and there's this group in Houston called UGK, Bun B and all these guys, Pimp C, and I would do stuff to put them on it. And I did this album, and to this day, in most circles, they're like, this is your classic album.
Wow.
This album's classic. My best album, and according to most people, is the next album.
Okay.
And that album was the one where I said, okay, I did the personable, I did the like, I got to speak my truth and I got to be true to where I'm from. And then eventually I was like, no, I just want to do what works.
Yeah.
So I did what works and it worked.
Oh, it worked. Yeah.
But it felt so disingenuous.
Oh, interesting.
It just wasn't fulfilling. I was like, no, I don't want to do this anymore. What should I do? So I decided to be just honest and talk to the misfits.
Yeah.
So I did a song called Be Me. I just want to be me.
And that was after that album.
That was after that album.
Okay.
And
is that a single? Or
that was a single.
Okay.
And then eventually it was on an EP. And so I have a song called Be Me. I have another song called Jumped Out the Whip. I have another song called I'm Good. I filmed I'm Good out here in LA.
Oh.
But like, I just wanted to stop. I don't pretend. Like I wish you get around certain worlds. It's not just music. It's not just film. It's everywhere. Business world, your world. Like you get in these worlds and you start to realize like, at some point, people have a professional face that they put on and they play, quote unquote, they play the game. And I'm not good at playing the game. I wish I was better at it, but I don't have that part of me there. I'm either real with you or I'm not with you. Like it is what it is. So because I'm prone to want to play the game, because I'm prone to not want to play the game and reject that, I end up not being around people who want to play the game, which honestly leaves me isolated. So I was like, I'm just going to not play the game and I'm going to just hang with people who don't play the game either. And this is what we're going to do. So the music I started making were for the people who don't play the game. And it started working. People started to resonate with songs where I talked about real life struggles, real life concerns, real life failures and shortcomings and vulnerability. And so I was like, yo, I'm going to be completely vulnerable and I'm going to talk about what's real. And I started to do that. And so my next album was called Below Paradise. And I just wanted people to know I'm not in hell, but I'm not in heaven.
Mm-hmm.
Like I'm not in, this is not paradise. I think a lot of people believed because good things happen, then life is good, when life should just be good because you have life. Like that's just it. Life is good because you are here and you are you. Like that's just it. Anything good on top of that is just good.
Yeah.
It's not the litmus test that your life is all of a sudden good. When bad things happen, there's just bad things happening, but life isn't bad. You're good because you're here. And that's just what I started to believe.
Okay.
And so Below Paradise was that messaging. Like, yo, life sucks. Earth is not great. I hate it on Earth sometimes. I hate adulting. Life be lifing. But
Right.
it's still good.
Yeah.
So I'm going to lean into that.
Yeah.
And that kind of started my journey with letting all of that influence where I was. I'm like, nope, I got to be truthful about who I am, where I'm from, what I'm dealing with, what I think, and let that kind of influence me instead of playing the game. And so to this day, I don't play the game.
Yeah.
And just, God's grace, I'm still here doing it. But I don't play that. I don't have a middle ground. I wish I did.
Yeah.
Either you're going to rock with me all the way or you don't want anything to do with me.
Yeah.
And if there's a middle ground that people want to exist in, I tend to nudge us away from that and make you choose.
Yeah.
Either by not coming back around or by coming around and engaging in such a way that you got to choose. I can't do the middle ground. It feels very disingenuous. It feels fake.
Yeah.
And if I have to wear a mask to be here, I don't want to be here.
Yeah. See, that's amazing because a lot of people try and play the game, like with your second record or third record, you said,
third
right?
record, yeah.
And they just, that's already so difficult to try and win the game and engineer the hit, whatever.
Yeah.
Most people can't even do that. But then be able to do that and have done that and then say, you know what, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah.
Right? That's a whole nother level of respect I have for you.
Thank you, man. Thank you. So that album, my third album was called Black Light. My first album out, I had a Grammy consideration and I didn't even know it. Somebody else told me. Second album out, I tell everyone my first album was what made people aware of me. My second album gave me a career. They were like, this is his second album? This is fire. All right, we're with him.
Yeah.
Third album, I played the game.
Yeah.
And so the third album is called Black Light. Dum Dum is on the third album.
Okay.
Dum Dum is the only song I didn't play the game.
Really?
The only song, bro. And it spoke to me. I was like, this is why I need to do this because it stood out.
Yeah.
So I was at the label. I got this beat and I loved it. I was like, this is phenomenal. I want to do this song. And I had a song idea.
Yeah.
And I took it to the execs and they were like, no. And I was like, what do you mean no? They were like, this isn't you, bro. You're from Texas. You're not from Cali. You do Southern hip hop. You don't do West Coast rap. You don't do party music. You do like club in your face, hard hitting music. And I was like, no, I do whatever I want. And I'm who I am. And they were like, no, you do this. And I was like, I don't care what you say. I'm making it. So on my own, I went and recorded it and made it.
Okay.
And when they heard it, they go, you did this? I was like, yeah. You wrote it. I said, yeah. All right. We were wrong.
Okay.
This is really good.
Okay.
I'm glad you did this. And I said, well, I was hoping you would like it. I want Lecrae to do it with me.
Okay.
And so strategically, I wanted him to do it because he's way more West Coast than I am.
Oh,
he's from Texas, but lived in Cali forever.
Oh, okay.
So I was like, the West
flow?
Coast, his flow,
Okay,
all of
got it.
that. He
Okay.
just knew it.
All right. Interesting.
And I was like, you should do this record with me. And he was like, I'm down. Let's do it.
Okay.
So he wrote his verse, recorded it, and then I went and tweaked my verse because I wouldn't let him outdo me. And so I tweaked my verse.
That's so funny.
And when it was done, we played the song for the label, and they were like, "This is phenomenal."
Fire. Yeah. That's
And everyone, it was the first moment everyone was like, "We didn't know you could do this." And I was like, "I know." I let everyone box me in because I just want to play nice.
Yeah.
Because if I have to put on a mask and pretend, then I don't feel genuine. So instead, I just won't play the game. I just will let you, whatever you're asking me of, whatever you want from me, I'll just do it.
Yeah.
And now I'm like, no longer. I'm not doing it anymore.
Yeah.
And so Dum Dum, from that album, Dum Dum was the only one where I didn't play the game.
Okay.
And I did what I wanted to do, and it worked.
Wow.
And it's my second biggest song now.
Okay.
It was my biggest for a long time.
Wow.
And it was just proof to me.
Yeah.
Don't play the game.
Don't play the game. Just be real.
You. Be real, be you. People want the realness.
Yeah.
So from that moment, I leaned into being real.
Yeah.
And so now what I say to people, they're like, oh, you make music. What do you make? And I'm like, I make lifestyle music. I make music true to my lifestyle that fits your lifestyle. Just literally what I say. I make lifestyle music. Music that's true to my lifestyle that fits your lifestyle.
Yeah.
And I want it to be known as that. I make lifestyle music. Lifestyle. And I used to say lifestyle hip hop. Now it's just lifestyle music.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to sing. I'm going to rap. I'm going to do, one day I may yodel. I don't know. Like,
I would love to see that. I would buy that album.
let's go.
Yo,
But I'm just like, right. I can't get there now. But like, bro, in a heartbeat, I would do it. I just, whatever the song needs, that's what I'm giving to it.
Awesome.
So if the song needs life and what will give it life is for it to sound like a Gregorian chant, then it's going to sound like that. If it needs to sound like 80s rock, it's going to sound like 80s rock. But the one thing I won't do is like play the game.
Yeah.
So like a sculptor, I heard this from a sculptor one time, and I was like, how did you make this statue? And he said, the stone told me what to do.
Wow.
And I was like, not wow. At first I was like, that's creepy. Okay. I was like, he's weird. He's weird. What is he on? He's weird. Yeah. But when he said it again, he said, the stone tells me what to do. When I look at it, I see the stone and I know instantly this stone won't work if I try to bring out of it a David statue. But if I try to bring out of it a Texas Longhorn, it works. And I was like, okay, cool. Well, let's see you do it. So he started going. And when he finished, he made a cowboy. And he was like, this is for you because you're from Texas. And I was like, so did you purpose a cowboy? He said, no, the stone wanted to be a cowboy.
Wow.
And I was like, okay, that's a little weird, bro. I don't know how to feel about that. And he wasn't weird. He was just being honest about, or it was his process. Thank you. It was his process. But when I left there, I was like, yo, what does this song need? What does this message need? This message is what I want to talk about. What does it need? It wants to be a country song. Yeah. It has to be. It has to be. Yeah. And so I started doing that. Or it has to be a rap song. It's got to be a rap. But it can't be any rap song. It's got to be like a Lil Jon 2005 in the club type hard-hitting rap song. Or no, this needs to be a melodic, very low-key, chill, like Lupe Fiasco beat. Like it needs to be that. Like it needs to be this vibe. And so I started leaning into that. And now the second fear was if you do all kind of sounds, nobody will know what to get from you. And that's the current fear. But the problem with that is that fear feels like it comes from an old guard of music because right now there are no rules. There are no rules. People can do whatever they want. And if it works, it works. Yeah. Oddly enough, there's a 12-year-old who can go on Splice, make a beat, do AI, create a voice, do the song, and if it's catchy and goes viral, it worked. Yeah. And he didn't have a label budget. He didn't have anybody telling him what formula worked. No rules. No rules. There are no rules, bro. And so I was like, I will listen to wisdom. There are people who have been here longer than me. I'm one of 7 billion. I can't say I know it all. So I'll listen to wisdom, but I still got to follow my heart. Yeah. And so I do. Yeah. And in that process, people have started to come around. They're like, oh yeah, make that. Let's see what happens. Okay. So I won't share it here, but the country song I played for you. Yeah. Bro, the label lost their mind. Fire. They lost their mind. They were like, this is amazing.
I started crying. Like,
thank you, man.
Like straight up. I just started crying.
That song, they started to get it. You had to make it that way. Yeah. And I was like, yes, not this is what the industry demanded, nor the analytics say this. Yeah. It's you as a creative, you had to have it come out of you this way. Yeah. Yes, I did. Yeah. So that's where I am now.
Okay. I love that. So we expect to see more boundary breaking, more rule breaking, more being authentic to Tedashii. And it was interesting what you said, this whole thing of like, what does the song need?
Yeah, man.
It's a lot less like I'm engineering the thing. It's more like letting the thing emerge.
Yes.
Which kind of anyone who's been in a creative process like really well knows when you're in that flow state, it's not like a me. You kind of lose your sense of self, right? And you're just part of something bigger. You're just a conduit. You're not the sort of it's not about ego, right? And that kind of touches on a little bit the sort of community through which we got reconnected.
Yes, bro. Come on.
Dialect House, right? So thankful to Thuzy and Brock for sort of reconnecting us. But I'd love to hear from your perspective, like, what is this thing? Like, you know, kind of figuring it out, but like, what's your journey on it? What is this thing?
So, it's funny you talk about flow state. First of all, shout out to Brock. Yeah. And Thuzy. Brock is salt of the earth. I've not met a kinder man. The dude is phenomenal, bro. Totally. And a little bohemian in his life.
We're gonna talk about that.
That's a new one for me. Yeah. So I was like, clearly we're meant to be together because I'm not bothered by this. Yeah. Thuzy is a saint. She's a sweetheart. So I'm glad she connected us, man. So Dialect House, it's funny you say flow state. My first time to be here and engage Brock and engage this house, we were sitting around the dinner table talking and we all felt like we entered this flow state together. So no exaggeration, like we felt that. So part of a flow state, just from playing sports, from doing music, from being a part of different worlds, not only is it this thing that comes upon you that you don't necessarily contrive or control, but you participate. But subtly, I will say, in my humble opinion, whatever is muscle memory, knee-jerk responses that that are already innate to you, they play a role. So like in the flow state with Brock and with Uzi and with Joy, his rock sister, we were in this flow state of a conversation and ideas were flowing and things were happening. But in the midst of that flow state, my humor's coming out. My personality's still there.
Right.
The creativity's still there, but their care is still there. Their humor is still there. The things that I am naturally going to do still stayed a part of me. Even though I'm dealing with a subject matter and talking about something that's probably not in my wheelhouse. But we're flowing and we're feeding off of each other and we're connecting and there's a bond and then there's a depth and then pretty soon things emerge out of it. But from there, this kindred spirit came about. And so I say all of that, not only to just affirm the idea of the flow state, for like this place fosters the flow state, in my opinion.
100%.
But in addition to that, the other word that I wanted to share, which I did at the end there, was kindred. There's such a kindred spirit, a kindredness that comes from people coming here. I have this thing that I talk about in life where you're the best. I tell everyone, because through my journey, identity has become a big part of my story, a big part of my platform. And I tell everybody, you're a lousy someone else, but you're the best you there is. There's not another you.
Wow.
And we don't get another you if you decide to pretend to be someone else or try to live as someone else, the world suffers because we lose you.
That's right.
We need you. That became so evident to me being at Dialect House when I was able to engage as my true full self in the flow state with other people being their true full self. And I'm like, if I was trying to pretend to impress, or if I was trying to pretend to protect myself, or the ego showed up and it was like, hey, defend yourself, don't go in all the way there. It wouldn't have happened.
No, it crushes it. Right?
It crushes it. So the kindredness that exists here gave me the comfortability to just lean in and go, yo, I want to be a part of this. I want to know what's about to happen next. So much so that now, like for real, it's family. Like it's family, bro. Like I tell everybody, I was like, when I come to LA, I call 4 different people and 2 other people got added to the list that night. I was like, I call 2 of my cousins and I call my producer and engineer, Zach Paradise, and I call my other homie who's here making music. I call 4 people. Now 6. I call Thuzy and Brock. Like, yo, y'all there? Y'all in town? What's up? What's up with y'all? What y'all doing?
Come out of the house.
Come out of the house. So, and now it's going to be you. Like, now I'm like, yo.
I'm honored.
John Kim, what you doing? What you doing?
I'm honored.
So I'm just like, bro, it's a legitimate place of kindredness, flow state, where you come here and if you're creative, whether that's writing, dance, theater, performance, screenwriting, any kind of writing, book writing, but also even if you're just a creative, like, painting, whatever else, but even if you're just a creative in the sense that you're a visual learner or that you're, a kinesthetic learner and you want to touch things, whatever you are, somehow it works to be here, to be a part of it. So for me, I'm a visual learner. I'm very, 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 very creative. I'm very much so a creative. I'm the type of creative that's always 30 minutes late. Like that type of creative. So that's to prove the point. I'm a real creative. I live in my own world. I live in my head. I often have to get out of my head. But being here, because it is, for all intents and purposes, remote. But also because of the landscape, because of the energy, the spirit, the vibe, the way you guys have cultivated a culture of some sort here. I instantly feel like I can decompress and woosah. Like whatever flow is gonna happen, it's only possible because when I got here, I could decompress and all of the gunk in the way gets pushed out. And I leave it at the gate. I'm like, nope, it's out there. It's not with me right now. So it's been great. And every time I come here too, there's this beautiful, again, I'm visual, but there's just this beautiful moment at sunset because the sun is setting into the ocean.
Ocean view, right?
Yeah, bro. Ocean view. Just for folks who care about that. But it's setting into the horizon. The sun is setting into the ocean, and you're looking at it, and you're just like, it takes my breath away. Because one of my friends, he said this one time. He was like, only an idiot would go to the Grand Canyon and stand up and claim that they're their majesty.
Yeah, right.
Only an idiot would stand in front of the ocean and claim their majesty over anything.
Yeah.
You didn't make this.
No.
It's beautiful and it's here, but you don't control it.
That's right.
I can't control what the ocean does. I barely can control my body in the ocean. So it's like at some point, the wonder of the world has to be what it is.
That's right.
And here I see it. I'm like,
that.
oh, I feel it. The wonder of it is here.
Totally.
So all of those things, bro, wonder, flow, kindredness,
I love that.
all there, bro. And so through the kindred spirit, family is fostered. And I'm like, okay, this is like family now.
Yeah.
So there is no, I told Thuzi coming here this time, just being vulnerable and candid, like this time coming here, I was like, okay, who's there? Okay, John's there. I feel like I met John Kim before, but I don't know if I remember him.
Yeah.
Who else is going to be there? Okay. All right. And I haven't seen Thuzi in a while either. So I was tempted to pretend, like to come in and be like, hey guys, I'm safe, like me, whatever.
Yeah.
And I was like, no, I just got to be myself.
Yeah.
And part of being myself is I told Thuzi, I was like, hey, I just want to let you know I'm feeling a little anxious because I wanted to come and pretend. And she was like, no, never. And so I was like, thank you for helping me to, de-escalate that.
Yeah.
Thank you for letting me feel welcomed.
Yeah.
But even in that moment, the way that I knew I could come here and be vulnerable and be myself, it was great.
Yeah.
But I'm a lousy someone else.
Yeah.
If I came pretending, all of that would be gone.
Totally.
But I'm the best me there is. There's not another me. That's my superpower. There's not another you. That's your superpower.
100%.
I'm uniquely myself.
Yeah.
And that is my superpower.
I love that.
So
we're so glad to have you here, bro. It's just been amazing to spend some time with you.
no, seriously.
Yeah, and the place is amazing. There's some spirit, some energy. Kindred, I love that word.
Yeah, man.
And it's a bit away and it's a little bit rustic.
Yeah,
it's a project, right?
It's a project. It's a
So
project.
tell me about that.
Yo, bro. So let me tell you.
Progression of how things have changed.
Let me tell you, bro. So Thuzi's like, come stay at the house with Brock. We're all out here. Come stay. Come create. So I get to the house. Now, mind you, she hadn't given me any more information, just that. Yeah. And I get here and I walk inside and I'm like, oh, okay. This is eclectic. All right. What's happening now? And like, it's like it felt like I walked into the 70s.
Right.
Because the furniture is old, the wood paneling on the wall, all this stuff like that. Right. And I go, interesting. Now, just a side note. I am very bougie. I'm bougetto. I'm bougie and I'm ghetto, bro. Like I'm hood. Like I get down with some wings all day. And like I grew up drinking Crown Royal out the bag and then I keep my Dominoes in the purple bag. Like I grew up in the hood, but like literally I care about aesthetics. I care about just vibes and like, does it feel clean? Does it feel safe? Does it feel welcoming? Does it feel comfy?
Yeah.
And when I got here, I felt welcomed. I felt comfy, but I was like, it feels like outside's inside right now. What's happening? There were ants everywhere. There was like dirt on this and there was plants that were turned over and all this. And I was like, oh, they're real creatives.
Right.
They don't even see this stuff. As a guest, I see it. And the way I grew up, I'm from the South. The way you grow up, it's always, Southern hospitality. Put your best foot forward. Clean, make sure everybody is impressed with you. It's not about them feeling welcomed. It's about you looking impressive. Right. So I grew up in that. And so when I got here, I was just like, okay, what is this? That's the first night I go in the room I'm staying in and there was probably 5 different trail of ants along every wall. And I was like, and no one knows this, but I'm allergic to ants. Not EpiPen allergic, but I can pass out.
Okay.
I swell up. I have bruises.
Wow.
Like, bro, it's bad.
Joke,
and so I was like, oh my Lord, no, help me, Lord. But I've already told these people I'm going to be here, Lord. What do I do? So I'm just stressing. The next morning I get up, they're like, let's eat. We go sit down and eat. And my man, there's like ants on the table. He doesn't see them. And then like, there's like this dog that's running around going crazy. And then there's stuff coming. And like, I'm sitting in this house, like the ancestors would be so mad at me right now. They'd be like, boy, if you don't get your black butt out this house with these ants and this dog running around while you eating. And did she cook with the dog in the kitchen? Like all this stuff is in my head, right? And so I'm battling cultural identity. I'm battling my own preferences. I'm battling everything, right? And I'm like, yeah, how do I tell these sweet people that I'm going to a hotel tonight? How do I do it? But that night, we had the flow state moment and the kindred spirit came and it was like, we're connected. And pretty soon I stopped. Now, mind you, I don't think I was being judgmental. I think I was being stressed out.
Right.
But in my stress, I was critical. And so I was like, yo, how do I address this? Because I feel weird. So I was like, you know what? I get it. This is not my space. This is their space. They welcomed me into their space. So I'm going to make it my own. They said, make myself at home. So I went to the store and I bought tons of spray, tons of cleaner. I did all this stuff. Yeah. So I sprayed ants, sprayed everything down, cleaned it, did all this work. And when it was all said and done, got it where I wanted it, and I felt great, and it was great the rest of the time. Yeah. And so as I'm leaving, they're like, hey, so this house, right, it's a project. Like, we just started renovating it. And I was like, what? Yeah, we haven't been here that long, and like, I'm just, there's still bugs everywhere. We still got to get rid of stuff. Yeah. And I was like, just to be candid, I was like, why the hell you ain't tell me this? I just got here, bruh. And they were like, oh, we thought you knew. I was like, no. I was like, do you know I've been out there spraying ants? He was like, yeah, we haven't done installation yet. We're doing this. He was like, honestly, before you got here, that was literally just a shack with a hole. And I was like, what? He said, we cleaned it up for you. And then I felt horrible. He was like, we cleaned it up and renovated it for you because we knew you were coming. Yeah. And I was like, okay, you guys are amazing. I'm so sorry. Sweet. Yeah. So I come back this trip. Yeah. Yeah. No ants. Yeah. Everything's clean. Totally. There's a brand new couch. There's all this stuff. And I was like, oh, this was a project. It's a project. A renovation project. I never knew people would be willing to live in the renovation project. I thought you'd live somewhere else. Yeah. No, this is where we are. Yeah. And so, man, every part of this place is renovated and beautiful. And like even just waking up in the morning in the guest bed, it feels so like I was like, this is night and day from when I was here before. Yeah. So I'm grateful that I was here at the start of it to see it. I'm grateful to be a part. I'm grateful to experience what's here now. Amen. And then there's still dogs running around, but like it's different because they're like family. It's weird. I was like, okay, this is a different vibe. Yeah. But then in addition to that, I'm always like, I want to serve. I also want to bless people, but I also want to like honor the space. I don't ever want to enter into a space and not honor the space. And so last time I was here, I was like, okay, what does this space need? It needs trash cans. There's no trash cans. So I went to Costco and bought 2 trash cans. Okay. This time I'll go to Home Depot later tomorrow and I'll buy a doorknob because the bathroom door needs a doorknob. And I was like, I just want to honor the space, contribute to it, help where I can, all of that. And so, but as I've just walked the grounds, bro, this place is phenomenal. Yeah. I'm so happy to be here. So if anybody is interested in what Dialect House is, please talk to John Kim, talk to Brock, talk to Thuzy. Talk to Tedashii. Talk to Tedashii. Get on the website. Yeah. But like, come see it. Don't just listen and hear about it. Yeah. Come see it and spend time here. Yeah. And I honestly think you'll feel whatever, literally, not just me, every person who's been here said this. Like, oh God, it feels amazing out here, man. This feels amazing. Yeah. I feel free. I feel relaxed. And so everything that I'm going through in life right now, I came here and I feel so decompressed. It's like a great reprieve for a moment. Totally. Before re-entering the chaos. Yeah. So I love that, man. Yeah, bro. Thank you. Thank you, bro. You want to drop some rhymes? Oh, let's do it. I forgot about that. Now, it may not be perfect, but let's have some fun. That's all right, yeah. What you got? Well, you got a beat over there you going to play? Actually, we got a couple of things. We got some drum things, but I don't know if you ever heard about chopping. It's a violin technique where you play a beat on a violin. Yeah, I heard about this before. Yeah. Well, I could do that a little bit. Let's do it. Wait, you play violin? Play violin? Shut up. Yeah. When you said you were a musician and you said you played guitar, I thought that's what you played. This brother. This is amazing. This is epic. All right. I love it. This is great. I had no clue. Like, literally had no clue, bro. This is awesome. I can't wait. I've never done this before. You never done this before? No, like... with me either, with chopping. I never... Yeah. This is new for me. You'll see, like... I mean, it sounds like you know it, but... So it's a kind of a bluegrass technique, usually, right? But there's no real reason to do it unless you have someone doing something over a beat. Yeah. And I know, I never do that. So anyways, it'll be fun. I never do that. Check it out. Yeah. Let's do it. Let's see if we can make something happen. If it sucks, just cut it out. We'll edit it down. All right. Should I just go first? Just do it first. Okay. You go and I'll catch on. Yeah. Yeah. Old school way back. I like the vibe. Man, sitting in the ride and I'm cruising. LA streets looking for bruises. And I ain't changed nothing yet, but that's the cruising. And I can tell them how to do it, cause the cruising. In the building, in the house, and we rocking the mic. Every time I start rocking, baby, doing it right. Going in, going out, and that's out of sight. How you looking at me now? Don't be looking with fright. Cause I kill it when I rhyme, and I'm doing for show. Don't do do it for nobody, but I do it for glow. And I do it to rock, and I do it to shine. But I don't do it for myself, I'ma say it one more time. And I'm coming down slow in the ride and tripping. How you looking at me crazy when I'm balling and gripping? To the wheel while we moving and we flowing and flipping. Bend the corners in the west, and that's just how we dipping. Every time I hold it down on the mic, I rhyme. And these people looking crazy when we start to shine. It's okay, but I do it one more time and again. And I do it for my boy rocking violins. I said, ooh, ah, get it when we get it. I said, ooh, ah, get it when we get it. I said, ooh, ah, get it when we get it. If you get it, then you got it. That's enough when we did it. I ain't talking about...
Oh, yeah.
That's dope, bro. Okay, give me one more. Give me one more. That's fun. That was fun. Give me a different vibe.
Okay.
I've never heard... Yes, this is great.
Let's do it. Okay. That tempo okay?
Great. Whatever you want to do. Seriously. Just go faster, slower, whatever's the vibe. Whatever comes to your mind. Yeah. Hey, don't you talk no more. Oh, don't you talk that mess. No, don't you talk no more. Don't look at me, oh less. You here to rock for show. I rock the beat and keep it moving. Tell all the people how it is when we grooving. I step in the show, step in and go. I step in and flow, step in, let them know. I come back with the blow, I come back with the shine, back with the rock. I keep it going, baby, yeah, and we stop to the drop. And I ain't never been the type to want to talk no noise. But if you want to get these hands, you can catch these paws. And I ain't never been to stop it, I tell them to pause. If they do it, then we do it, baby, rocking them halls. And I ain't go with the sign of the rain. And you ain't never been the type, but I'm rocking it, man. Ooh, get it and got it and never gon' with it. Never gon' stop it, I never gon' quit it. I come in to come and I speeded it up. Tell all these people that's ripping and flipping. I come in and get it to toe off. I come in to get it and show off. Yeah, coming rocking on the mic just to go off. Ooh. And we rock for real. And if you thinking that we tripping, man, I got the skill. Yeah, to get in the rhyme, to get in the flow. With my man John Kim while he rock it and go. Ooh. He made it sound so good, and we've been killing it forever. From the coke to the hood, from the block to the bay, from the beach to the pine. I've been killing it, baby, and I be dropping these rhymes. And I told him that, man, I got up really early, looking at the scene, and I'm feeling kind of squirrely. Don't know what to do, but I get out, hit with Uzi and Brock, and we rocking it out. And then we get the breakfast, and we be talking all deep. I be talking philosophically, talking theologically, telling the people just what I do. And it's me, it's them, we get it, and we stop to the end. And I'll be back out, rolling, hitting the scene, cause the sun is shining bright. Man, you know what I mean. I'm from Atlanta, Georgia, we ain't got this type of scenery. And I get out, but I don't be touch the greenery. Not yet anyway, cause I'm rocking and chilling. And we be going what we doing to the spot and we kill it. And we know just what we got and we know just who we are. So we show up and we tell them we do it for the Lord. I know you be wondering how we do what we do when we on the mic. I know you be wondering how we do what we do when we on the mic. And it's just right for you, right for me, right for them, right for me and the crew. And I could tell how you working, baby, look at the shine. You could like the way we moving when we doing the rhymes. Ooh, hold it down, let them shine, yeah, rock around, let them rhyme, yeah, ooh, drop the sound, yeah, it's going down, yeah, every time that I'm doing it now. And I'm looking so fresh and so clean, looking so better to teen, looking to better for me. And they battling thieves, but they can't stop what we doing when we battling. See, they could get on my level, and they can't do nothing. They got it, but I come with the severs, and I become with the sever till I sever their head. Off with it, baby, by the way that they live, and I know, that the rockin' is right. You could come and get with us later at night, and you could get what you do, and then we can switch up the flow and talk to other people too. Like, come in and get it, I rock though. Looking the way to come to kill it, baby, to drop though. How you gonna talk all that noise? You ain't even really in the pot though. I could do it, no, but I'm the one with the plot though. I get with the game and I get with the pen. We rockin' it just like we do. Hey, you looking for me and I'm looking for you, but that's okay, we cool. We smooth with it, and I'm trying to get it right off the dome. Didn't write anything down, but it's right. The way that we flowing and the way that we going. How we do it when we do it, cause the people be knowing that it's smooth with it. John Kim on the scene, got the violin, and he rocking the strings. Every chance that he get it, he be going all quick. Don't know what he gonna do next, but he might flip. If he does, it's a rhyme, it's a vibe, it's cold. Get him, John, with that smooth solo.
Oh, Ooh,
Yeah,
that
bro.
was dope.
Yeah, bro. Thank you, man. Nah, that's fun.
Oh.
It's called chopping.
Chopping, yeah.
Yo, that's
yeah.
amazing,
From
bro.
South, man. It's got the
Thank
stuff.
you, bro.
Yeah,
It's gonna be fun.
That's awesome.
Now you give me something to do for music. I'm about to get with a buddy. Like, let's do some chopping.
Okay.
Yeah. Let's do
Dope.
some chopping,
All right.
some chopping, some Chopin.
No, there you go.
But
Chopping
yeah,
to Chopin.
that's dope.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, bro.
You are the
for real.
man.
Thank you, bro. This is fun. This is super fun.
Yeah.
The Drunken Show. The Drunken Show. You better get ready for the Drunken Show. The Drunken Show. The Drunken Show. You better get ready for the...